But yeah, so that's been cool. We'll see how Switch 2 goes. SGF, you checked out the live show or whatever. I know you did a little bit, like you went to the Mix as well, which is like the indie, it's like the media indie exchange event that happens, and maybe played some games there. But yeah, was there anything from the live show that stood out to you that you're looking forward to?
I think there were a lot of games not for me at the live show. Like there's, we got the one thing that there are things that I feel like are like just one step away from me. Like was it Marvel Comic Invasion? It's like Marvel beat 'em up kind of thing. They kind of showed some stuff there. Felt that boxing was like looked really cool, but it's like I don't want to play like a Punch Out-y kind of game.
Yeah, I don't really like Punch Out.
It looks cool. Killer Inn was like one that I thought was cool. It's like a little murder mystery kind of like social game, but it's like I'm not gonna play that. I think the concept is cool.
Yeah, because the fact that it's like multiplayer.
Yeah,
like I don't want to play that.
And then they did have some that were like, oh no, this is definitely me. Like the Lego Voyagers. I think we'll definitely probably play that. That looks really cool. I'm like looking through a list.
Out of Words. I think I'm down to play that.
Could be cool. Yeah. Definitely want to try that. I've played some of the Mafia games before. I didn't play the most recent one, Mafia 3, but I played like 2 and like a bit of 1. I really like 2. Not sure how I feel about just playing another Mafia game. Like it's kind of like I'm excited in theory, but will I actually be excited to play it? Who knows? Saw some Mina the Hollower, which cool. I'm down to try it. I got it in the fantasy draft, so hopefully it does good.
Oh yeah.
And then Mixtape, I know, like, which you'll probably talk a little bit about.
Really, you're interested in Mixtape?
I'm interested. Yes, is the right word to use there. Not excited, not eager, but interested. It's like, oh, okay, it looks kind of cool. Yeah, and then like there's stuff that wasn't necessarily there, but kind of like tangentially mentioned, like the new James Bond game. I want to play that. I'm excited for that, and I saw like next to nothing for it. I feel like, and then and then just like a lot of stuff that is.
I forget. Are you a Resident Evil girly or?
I liked Village. I really liked Village.
Okay. Did you play 7? No, you kidding? It was too scary for you.
No, I started. Yeah, and fuck no. The Baker, no.
It's so good though. Like
I'm sure it is, and I'll never know.
Are you? This is like such a messed up question to ask. Are you sure it's too scary for you?
Yeah, because I don't like being scared. I don't like getting scary.
What's so big strong?
No.
Why scared? Why scared of
Village
so big
is not scary. Village is like.
No, Village isn't that scary.
Suspenseful, a thriller kind of thing. It's very catch and release of tension. The Baker being in that house, creepy. It was just all full. You were wading through creepiness. You could feel it in the air, and I didn't like that.
I will say, watching you play it when you tried to play it, it felt scarier than when I had played it.
Yeah,
maybe you're building it up too much. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Try it again. Lights on the TV. Like I don't know.
Like if you could turn on like an unlimited ammo and can't die, then
you might be able to. Can you not?
I don't know.
But also, you don't start with the gun in that game yet.
Yeah, so I gotta punch the guy. I also don't like unkillable enemies, and I know that like the Father Baker or whatever is like he's like a Mr. X kind of thing where he's just like kind of chasing you around the house.
Not always.
I don't. Either way, any of
he's
that.
Not
I just
unkillable.
don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like any of that.
But he's not unkillable.
I don't like any of that. I don't like looming big bad.
But you played the one with Mr. X though, and you didn't care about Mr. X. Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I don't find Mr. X that scary. People are like, oh, he's really tall. Everyone's really tall to me. I'm 5 feet tall. He has a stupid hat on. He's not
just
scary.
Don't like the idea of I can't take my time. I want to be methodical in these things.
That's always Resident Evil. Well, okay, that's fine.
So,
it is like one of the best ones.
I do not like what the formula is.
So do you think 9 will be too scary for you?
I don't. They barely showed anything in there, so who knows? They showed a opening cutscene.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't show anything. Yeah, they really didn't show anything. I don't know why they didn't show anything. Some white lady
I don't know who is in the lore
at an
somewhere.
Office or something, yeah.
It's like I don't know. Is she a cop?
No,
right? What do you mean?
Well, everyone in Resident Evil is like a cop.
I guess it is true.
Yeah.
But not Ethan Winter.
Yeah, he was just like some guy. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
So yeah. So maybe, right? Maybe I'll try Resident Evil Requiem. I like the integration of 9.
Me too. Cool I really love that. It's so cool.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff shown. Very little of it was like this is definitely an Isaiah game.
Yeah.
But enough of it was like, oh, that's kind of cool that I could see other people being excited for.
All right. Well, I got my handy dandy notebook of SGF. Nice. I'm going to kind of rapid fire through stuff I played. But if you have any questions, jump in and ask if it's like a game you're interested in. I think a lot of these games are not you games, but I think a couple of them are. I checked out Supermassive's Directive 8020 upcoming game, even though I'm behind on their games. It seems cool. Fidelity seems higher. They have a new, forgive me if it's not new because I didn't play their Saw game that they made. It wasn't literally a Saw game, but it was basically Saw. They have a rewind thing now where you can, on some decisions, rewind and like choose a different decision.
Oh.
They
Doesn't
also
that kind of defeat the purpose?
A little bit, but I think it's meant to account for, one, it's optional, and two, I think it's meant to account for like, there are times in those games where you're like, okay, well, I feel like I literally messed up. Like I got a text message on my phone, and I like put the controller down, like that kind of thing. So I could see it being nice for like those moments. Or for people that maybe some people play these games with like friends who don't play a lot of video games who are like kind of really bad at them. So maybe just kind of making it a little easier. Like, I don't know. I'm not mad at it. But it was interesting. And another thing with this game is like one of the first kind of, so basically the conceit of this game, it's like, I think I forgot if it's space or what, but it's like one of those like kind of mimicky things where like there's like a monster, kind of like okay, it can shape shift, so you have to kind of like, which I think could be really fun. And like one of the early things is like there's somebody in the crew and it's like, okay, are they like this monster or not? And you decide if you shoot them or like let the scan finish to see if they're an alien or not. And the team told me that that's always different. It's like randomly generated, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it really. I don't know if I like it being always different for that specific part. But really the thing that stood out to me was demo short. Demo was super short. So it's hard to be too complimentary either way because I'm like, well, it was really short. It is like kind of look and feel more like a traditional game where I think a lot of the Supermassive games have felt kind of like stiff, like to control a little bit. Like this had like stealth, and the stealth felt like very like this could, like if I showed you this game and didn't tell you it was a Supermassive game, you wouldn't know. Which is no shade to Supermassive's games, but it's just kind of like they have a very specific kind of like stiff style to them that I think this kind of goes away from a little bit. So we'll see. I played Moonlighter 2. Roll good. General flow is good of the game, but I felt like the base attack was very sluggish. The kind of like you have your broom and you like stab forward. So I worry about the game feel being a little bit too stiff. Like I wanted something a little snappier, a little more like Cult of the Lamb kind of feel. And this is more like a little rigid. But it has some really cool stuff going on where you're like going and you're getting things and then you're putting them in your shop, and they have fun mechanics like in your inventory because you can only hold so much stuff that you take from these runs. You'll have stuff like this thing will burn items that are placed to the right of it. And then you can have like a buff that's like each item you burn, you gain money. So there's like kind of some fun things going on with like the inventory management of that one. Dose of Divas is the new game from the team that made Thirsty Suitors. The team very explicitly said, we took what we learned from Thirsty Suitors and tried to make like a bit of a better game. Thirsty Suitors is a game where I was very into the idea of it. It was like kind of like fight your exes vibe, but I don't know, like mechanically it didn't really flow together. I think this is doing a better job. I don't know if it's doing a good enough job, but it's still in that like turn-based RPG kind of vibe of like you have your QTEs and it's all about like making this food, and you have like this food truck and you go around and you like make food for people, and there's like cool quick time events with the food. It felt like more cohesive than Thirsty Suitors did, so I enjoyed that aspect of it, which was like part of what the developer had like commented on. Like they mentioned specifically, they used the term more genre comfort, like the ideas feeling like they fit together. And I think they achieved that. Again, I don't know how strong the end product's going to be, but I was like, this is solid. That's where I landed. Toem 2, fire, hot fire. These people can make games. If you like Toem 1, Toem 2 is a must. Did you play Toem 1?
Yeah.
Not that into it?
No. I really liked it. I got to the end and hit like a bug with the trophies.
Oh, yeah,
so
but you
like,
did finish it,
I
though.
did finish it, and it was good.
I think the ending of that game is very beautiful.
I don't remember too much about the ending.
That's such a. It's like so cool.
I think you just kind of like.
No, don't say
Yeah,
it. Don't
alright,
say it.
fine.
Don't say it. Don't say it. I love that game. Another fun one. They had like little puzzles, and you're taking pictures. It's black and white, isometric, but you can rotate like the area. Funnily enough, the developers have not played Captain Toad, which I think I told them to go play Captain Toad. I don't know if they will because it reminds me of it. Blighted is a new game from the Guacamole team. Drinkbox,
yeah.
Also a little
seemed
stiff.
cool.
Also a little stiff. We're gonna
Okay.
play it for sure because it's a co-op game, and we played Nobody Saves the World together.
Yeah, that game was
and that was a
awesome.
great time. This is kind of leaning more Soulsy, which like when I sat down and they're like, "Are you familiar with Souls games?" I was like, "What's that meme I keep using from Marriage Story of like Scarlett
The
Johansson
crying Scarlett, yeah.
tired crying Scarlett Johansson?" I'm like, yeah, I'm familiar with Souls games. Like I'm not a big Souls girl. So it's like, and this isn't like heavily Soulsy, but it's drawing on Souls influence in terms of like some aspects of difficulty. It also has like a thing where I forgot what they call it, but and I forget if you played Sekiro. Sekiro has this thing where like the worse you do, like a thing changes, and this has like the better you do, like the more intense the combat. It was not bad by any means. I just wasn't like enamored with the feel of it. Like the feel is a little bit stiff, but I'm looking forward to playing it with you because that's like a game we play together. I played the remaster of Gears of War, which was already a remaster. It looks nicer. I'm not a big Gears girl, so that was kind of like a wash. I did get hands on though with the ROG Xbox Ally X. Which is like a horrible name. Console itself, low-key was impressed by it.
Oh, okay.
It felt really
That's
nice. It is actually heavier than the Steam Deck though, which is crazy. But it doesn't feel heavier than the Steam Deck.
Like the distribution.
Yeah, I think the distribution feels nice. It has like a nice grippy texture to it. The shape is more controller based. It's just has Windows on it essentially. It's got the Xbox UI, the Windows, the Steam stuff. Basically they're trying to more consoleify this handheld PC market. The question that I have is how successful are they going to be on making it like dumb friendly? Because I love my Steam Deck. I don't plan on getting this console. I'd love if someone sent me it, and I would probably play it if they did, but I don't plan on buying it myself because I already have the Steam Deck.
Sure.
But a lot of my Steam Deck time has been handing it to you and you making it work for me. Not that it's terribly hard to work, because I just play indies on that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if I know if you're playing AAA, you have to like mess with the settings a bit more. But yeah, I'm someone that wants simplicity. It's why I crave console. And if they're trying to achieve that simplicity, I think that could be good. They notably, though, don't have a trackpad because part of what their thing is going for is like all controller setups for all these games.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where if you're more like, respectfully, because I'm this, if you're a console dumb, this might be a little more appealing to you than a Steam Deck. But if you're looking for like something that kind of like better, I mean, the Steam Deck, I think still just, it has like a lot to offer,
Sure.
in a way. So yeah, that's that. My ROG stuff where I circled the name Ally X because I was like, this is really like hard to say. Ambrosia is a game where it's like, it's a cleaning Metroidvania game, which sounds like it'd be really cool. In practice, it felt a little visually overwhelming. It's a lot of like, they're kind of going for like Power Wash Simulator mechanics, but you're like in space.
Oh.
It's just
okay.
like, you're like kind of cleaning up. It'll be stuff like there's like almost like tree branches and stuff. And it's like, oh, they're connecting to a door and you have to like clean it out to like open the door and stuff. It just like didn't really grab me as much as I wanted to, because I love cleaning in games, and it just kind of felt like it just felt visually a little overwhelming. And I was like, how far in the game are we? And they're like, this is the second level, or like second area, second thing. It's like the second thing you do. And I'm like, that's kind of like a lot. Didn't hate it, but I just didn't, it wasn't a big standout to me. I played Grave Seasons. Is this actually my notes for Grave Seasons? It is. Yes, it is. I think Pillar versus, I've got to fix this handwriting. Yeah, this is Grave Seasons. It's a farming game, but it's like a horror element to it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I remember seeing something about it.
Now there are two games that are like this, because there's another game that I didn't play called Fractured Blooms that's made from the Doki Doki people.
That's what I was thinking of then.
Can't comment on Fractured Blooms. Also very interested in that game. This is a separate game that, funny enough, Isaiah, the cover of this game is giving like very much like anime thirst trap. Like, this is the cover of the game. It's like this guy who looks like kind of hot, but you can't see his face, so maybe he's ugly. And he has like a knife, and it's like, oh, and he has like his little ponytail. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, you're trying to thirst trap like the girlies, the girls and the gays, I suppose. But anyway, it seems cool. It's like it's a narrative farming sim. So these are always hard to demo. I think the demo did a pretty good job at showing you some of the stuff. Like you can break into like people's houses and like snoop, because you're trying to like, which you might like this game actually, because it's like a murder mystery thing. Like there's like a supernatural serial killer in the town, and you're trying to figure out what's going on and who it is. And you can like break into people's houses and snoop through their stuff. But like that has consequences if you get caught. But it also has like a regular farming sim thing to it. Like it has a full like farming sim system of like but like the things you do have weight. My colleague on Remap, Patrick, actually spent a lot more time talking to like the designers of the game, and like I did an interview with them. And like through that, he mentioned that there's more stakes, like kind of like old school Harvest Moon. I hope I'm not misattributing which game it is, because I know there's like Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons, of just like what you do really matters. And there's weight to like, not literally this, but it's like whether or not you pick to plant tomatoes is going to like change shit, you know, like that kind of vibe a little bit. Again, that's a fake example, but and the game, the demo is mostly you kind of like killing time. You know, you could pick up garbage or talk to somebody, and like there's like, you know, you can give gifts, so there's like a romance implication and stuff too. And then it ends with like you seeing this really horrific scene of this monster like killing somebody from the town. But what that demo does not exist in the game. That was specifically made like that sequencing to like give you vibes, but it's not like you're gonna play it and like that thing exactly is gonna happen.
Sure.
So I think it was a really good demo in that sense, because I think these are really hard to demo, because it's like, how are you gonna, you know, it's a farming game, so it's like we kind of need like a lot of hours to like. But I think they did a good job showing you like kind of what was to be expected, and there looks like there's like a lot of like cooking things in that and all that, like, and the art looks really nice. Like, you know, I don't know if we are gonna have time to put stuff on there. You know, there's like a million pictures for these games. I'm excited for this game. I'm actually gonna wish list it now before I forget. So,
cool.
Isaiah, there's an Escape Academy 2. It's good.
Yeah.
We need to play it. I had to play it by myself, and I was not as good as I was with you. New Onimusha, it looks dope. It looks like a fight game. They showed off the parry a lot, and I said maybe I should excuse myself because I probably can't play it. But it's got cool stuff, like you can stagger an enemy and hit them in a strategic spot. Like if you hit them in the head, you get more. You do more damage to them. But if you hit them like in the side or something, you get more orbs, and the orbs can be used for special and stuff. It looked rad, but I don't know if I'll be able to play it. They showed me RE9. It looks like it might be too scary for you, so maybe like see what I think and then see where it goes from there. But honestly, they just showed like a monster chasey kind of vibe thing, which felt very like rehashed of old ideas. Frankly, I was disappointed by the RE9 hands-off demo. I think they also did a hands-on of the same demo. For like an elite number of people. Like I talked to so many people, and they're like, I didn't get in to see it. They were like, I think there's like 7 people that like played this game. So like, hey, like read their coverage. Like shout out to them for getting that. Like that was not anyone I knew. Like everyone else was just like, we just watched it. It didn't look like I'm so excited for RE9. It didn't look like it had an identity to the game very much. Pragmata looks cool. You hack enemies and then you can shoot them, and the hacking is which we'll talk about a lot when I eventually play Henry Hatsworth. The hacking, it's a translucent UI that pops up, 5x5 grid. You want to get to one green node, and you move using the face buttons on the PlayStation, like circle X or like circles to the right, X is down, and you just have to hit the green to like open up to like shoot them. But there's other nodes where if you go through them, you do more damage. And seemingly the game's going to introduce even more nodes that have like other effects and stuff. And you have to do that while fighting. So it's like a fun flow. Played Mixtape. Incredible game. Very much like a game that is about licensed music and not just like including licensed music. And they had like really cool, weird mini game stuff, like including one where you're like remembering a character's first kiss, and it's like a bisection of their faces, and the tongues are like moving around, and you move them with each analog stick. It's really disgusting. And that's almost every game I played. Last one was Snap and Grab, also an Annapurna joint. Cool idea. Not in love with the gameplay. It is the idea of this game. It's like Hitman meets Toem, because you're taking pictures, and you're trying to like do a heist. So like for instance, like maybe the heist is like get the diamond. So you start out and you take a picture of the diamond, and then you run through the heist. Like you hit like you open up the menu and you're like execute heist, like see how it would go. And you see, oh my God, the security stops you. You're gonna have to figure something else out. Then you're back in the same spot, and it's like, okay, maybe you take you figure out how to distract the security guards. So you take a picture of a thing to distract them, and then you put that in like the timeline. You run through it.
Oh, okay.
And admittedly, maybe it's more fun when you play it like on your own, like, which no shade to like the person like at the booth that was like very much kind of like, okay, here's how you do like this.
Yeah.
It was, if it might be better than it demoed. During the demo, it just felt like a little bit, I don't know, like a little hard to get to know. Like I felt like it was difficult to explore the different things I could do. I had a hard time remembering where things were, like for doing certain things. It just felt like I wasn't in love with it. But maybe it is worth giving another shot where I can have like more of my own free time to like get creative with trying to take pictures and see what they do. But like, I don't know. Like it was a very like, you know, getting you through the demo kind of demo. So maybe like that hand-holdingness stopped me from enjoying more of the creative aspects of the game.
Sure.
But I think that was literally every game I played. So thank you for indulging my my solo, what, I don't know, hopefully 15 minutes max. I had to try to like, I not had to, but I wanted to go through all of these because it's just like, I did play a lot of games.
Sure.
Yeah, so obviously, I don't know, people want to know more about them. Ask, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And I saw Kelsey play the Ratatan, the new Patapon game, but I'm really bad at that game. Actually, we played it together, but I'm really bad at those games. So that's a not for me. But if you like Patapon, it's the same kind of game. So I think, and it's very cute, really nice art. I'm just like, I don't know, my guy's always dying. I don't really know how to keep these guys alive. Yeah, so some cool stuff. Walked away with some things to be excited about from SGF, but yeah, that was SGF. That was the Switch 2, and we won't know until later. Is Switch 2 actually good, and were these SGF games actually good?
Oh man, the year and then 5-year retro is gonna be crazy.
I know, we gotta do our Switch 1. We should do a Switch 1 review, because I've been saying that now is the time to review Switch 1.
Yeah,
we finally know it all
in its entirety.